Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Kobe Ashton, and welcome back to your favorite up and coming podcast, Coffee with Kobe. Woo! All right, you guys, it is now episode 7. Who would have thought we would be here? I did not put out an outline for this week's episode, we're 2 weeks late, but bear with me, okay? We're going to be more consistent, but remember, I did not post for almost a year. All right. So we'll be talking about women, Black women specifically, because last month it was Black History Month. This month is Women's Month. I don't give a F-U-C-K what anybody say. It's Women's Month this month. And there's a lot of things in music happening specifically to Black women and women of color in groups that it just doesn't sit right with me. And we shall discuss it. On a separate note, though, with all the things that are going on in the world, all the things that are going on in the United States of America, I am praying and sending out good energy and vibes to any listener, any extended family of the listener, because y'all, we might live our individual lives, but we really are in this together. We are all living this human experience once together, as long as we're on this side of the earth, of the dirt rather. So let's just keep all of our brothers, sisters, non-binary siblings, and everything else in our prayers and thoughts during these trying times. Also, I just want to preface this before we get started. This episode is going to be like 5 to 7 minutes tops. It's not going to be a long one. There's too much going on in the world for me I don't feel comfortable, speaking on such. Ooh, I was going to get myself canceled. Never mind. I was going to get myself canceled quickly. So if you're not familiar with Cat's Eye, recently, Manon has taken a hiatus. There's some discrepancy between the label and her statement. Okay, whatever. As we know, Jeffin, Jiffy Mix Cornbread, whatever the fuck that entertainment company is called, has a history of mistreating POC and girl groups. We have Pussycat Dolls, Girlicious in Canada, and then the various other groups across the world that they tried to create, but it didn't stick because they don't know how to treat people. It's giving bigotry. So, we live in a society where if you are a minority, the closer proximity you are to Eurocentric features and assimilation, the closer you are to success for certain companies. When you lack or you have half of something else or have a darker melanated tone, you just might be pushed to the side and ostracized. No shade. We've seen it in Little Mix. We've seen it in Fifth Harmony. We've seen it in Spice Girls. We've seen it in so many different groups that are not a part of Jiffy Mix. And it makes you wonder, being a deeper melanated person, and in this context, Black or half Black, you have to work twice as hard to fight the lazy allegations. You have to be twice as compliant and assimilate to beat the hard to deal with, quote unquote, allegations. And I feel like the treatment of Manon is not going to end well. It's not going to end well for Hype or Jiffy Mix because the people are not going to stand for that. But past that, we have to get with Hype. These are two historically accurate companies that mistreat people. We have Hype. Hype. Yes, we have diversity as far as other Asians within Hype, but if they are not Korean, no shade, those members get mistreated more. You mistreat your own, but you also mistreat foreign members. So what makes you think you can invest in a global girl group and not have the same issues? girls from different backgrounds, different parts of the world, different customs, cultures, and standards, and you're trying to treat them like drill sergeants. You're trying to mistreat them, dehumanize them. You're treating them like shit. It's bigotry and it's not hyperbolic. No, this is not an exaggeration. This is not a hyperbole. I'm not going to tell you what a hyperbole is. I want you to know this is real shit. And this doesn't just go for entertainment. If you are a woman or a minority in any space that is predominantly Caucasian, white, Euro, you're going to have to put on code switch just a little bit. It should never have to be that way. We shouldn't even have to do that. But dealing with people in the real world makes you really realize a lot of people are brainwashed. And for you to, unfortunately, overcome the obstacles that are not your own, that are forced upon you, you have to navigate certain spaces. And I feel like that should never be a thing. The patriarchy sucks, and there's not enough intersectionality. There isn't enough intersectionality until the white, straight, hetero men get on board. That is going to fix these issues. It's not. The world is going to remain in shambles. People are going to continue to get mistreated until everybody gets on the same page. What the fuck? Genuinely, what the fuck? Like, not even funny. I'm laughing because it's actually making me sick. Social media is really taking the cake with not only misinformation, but keeping up wars between cultures and subcultures. Because this isn't even my tea to get into, but in a way, it's related. Because now we have Southeast Asians getting into it with Korean netizens. And then we have Japan and China like, no, we ain't fucking with y'all Koreans like that. Because, listen, yes, colorism, racism, classism exists everywhere. But calling Southeast Asians monkeys and stuff, it hit real close to home because historically, within the context, Black people or anybody melanated has been also deemed a monkey. When are we going to let this shit go? Because all tea, all shade. There's a few people that actually look closer to the wrinkly chimp lips. I mean, anyway, we're not even going to get into it. Anyway, that's not... I'm going to let Asian business be Asian business. That ain't really got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to speak too much on that. Anyways, on a brighter note, Girl Set has released their third music video and third single called Tweak. It's a sample of SWV Weak, and it's really fucking good. You guys, I don't want to call this a rebrand from Vicha. I want to call this them stepping into who they are, because this group is killing it. I love the aesthetic. I love the vocals always, the visuals, the choreo, fitting them. It showcases them individually and as a unit. And I'm just obsessed with all of them. You know, the music is good. Please go stream. We always have to support women. We always have to support women of color. We always have to support creative spaces, because the world really does run on creation, and we not even going to sit here and lie like it doesn't. Okay? As I stated in the beginning of this episode, it's going to be short. It's going to be really quick, but I want to leave something before I leave. The world teaches us every day that people will not treat you how you treat them. They're only going to treat you how you treat yourself. They're only going to push what you withstand. And when is enough enough? I want all of us to think about that. When is enough enough? We have to love ourselves more than to tolerate all the things that we tolerate. It should never be a buildup. It really shouldn't. Once you know for certain that it's not for you, stand on that shit and protect your peace. Okay? Treat the world how you treat yourself. If you love yourself, show kindness to the world. If you give to yourself, give to your community. And it doesn't even have to be financial for you to give. Just be present. And I think that's what the world is missing with all of this other shit that is saturating our lives and distracting us from the goal of connection, community, and kindness, compassion. If we love each other, it's in the Ten Commandments if you're religious and if you are of a Christian faith or sect. Love your neighbor, okay? If you love yourself, you'll treat your neighbor good. You won't do nothing to jeopardize the health, the sanity, the safety of yourself. Or also, stop hanging in environments and places and groups around people that won't even acknowledge that you are T. If they don't acknowledge that you're T, if they don't treat you with the same respect that you treat yourself or them, then you shouldn't be around them. You should not be in those spaces. You should be in spaces where you care to be and people care that you are there. And that's that on that. And on that note, you guys, that's the end of episode 7. Next week's episode, or whenever the fuck I put out an episode, will be longer. Recently, I've just been catering to myself, hanging with baddies, eating burger patties, having a little drink or two, just enjoying life while I can. Everything is so serious. We deserve to take a load off every now and then within moderation, and we deserve to live our lives the best of our abilities. Bye, you guys.